Salve galera, beleza? Como é que vocês estão? Tão bom? Pra quem então tá aí já, né, nesse momento. Hoje eu tô aqui com um joguinho aí que não é muito novo, né? Já um pouco antigo ele. Ele lançou em dezembro de 2023. É o Warhammer 40.000, né? RogueTrader. Jogo esse aí feito pela All Cat, né, que seria a tradução literal aí, coruja gata. Agradecer a ÜberStrategist por estar me mandando aqui, né? Era pra eu estar jogando com um amigo meu, mas infelizmente ele não apareceu, então eu vou estar jogando solo. Essa é a primeira vez que eu tô jogando, eu não manjo desse jogo, então vai ser uma coisa nova aí pra mim. Além disso, ele é um pouco diferente de Baldur's Gate, né? Como o jogo em si funciona, tá? Eu não manjo muito, infelizmente. Provavelmente eu vou me perder um pouco, tá? Mas é isso. Eu tô terminando só de divulgar aqui nas redes sociais. E aí a gente já vai começar, beleza? Você inclusive divulgar no server oficial. Eu tô divulgando no oficial. Ok. Bora. Boa noite, Lucas. E aí, como é que você tá? De boas. Tá, deixa eu trocar aqui a tela. Ótimo, a captura de jogo funciona nisso. Beleza, então vamos lá. Infelizmente o jogo ele tá todo em inglês, tá? Então eu não consigo colocar em português, tá? Não tem tradução o jogo, infelizmente. Então, vamos lá. Tem os modos aqui, né? História, normal, desafiador, difícil e injusto. Eu vou jogar no normal, tá? A dificuldade normal é designado para os jogadores que não estão familiarizados com o base, com o jogo base, ou não, com o sistema de jogo base, ou aqueles que jogaram outros RPGs não com tanta constância. Os status e modificadores do inimigo do game serão um pouquinho reduzidos. Beleza. Tá, a gente tem já personagens aqui pré-definidos, né? Mas eu acho que eu vou criar um personagem, tá? Então, vamos lá. Aparência. Ah, eles são parecidos com os portraits deles. Certo. Ninguém menos feio, não? Ainda acho mais legal esse portrait. Mas eu vou mudar o personagem. Cara, eu gostei desse segundo. Quando esse dia eu joguei o Lego Star Wars, quando cheguei na Círculo deu uma sensação muito ruim de tristeza, que queria que o jogo terminasse logo. Cara, eu joguei bem pouquinho o Lego, velho, o novo que teve, né? Ele bem pouco mesmo. Ah, o cabelo. Tem esses cabelos? Eu gostei desse. E aí, Henrique, salve. Não dá mais. Tá. Vou colocar tudo da mesma cor, né? Gostei dessa barba. Gostei dessa. Tem que ter atriz? Tá, argumentos eu não quero. Então... Gostei de como ficou. Ficou bonito, ficou bonito.
I'll see you terminated. We have purified.
Success is the only out.
Empyrean.
Curiosity!
Looks like we have a problem on our hands. My supremacy is proven once again.
For the Emperor!
Engage the engines. Glance batteries. Volley!
I am but a vessel for the higher purpose.
Gostei dessa. Tá. Homeworld. É o mundo da onde a gente veio. Death World. Da Survival Instinct. Uma vez por combate, quando feridas não. And the wounds of a Death World character. Ah, tá. Quando dropar abaixo de 30%, eles ganham 20% do maximum wounds. Pera. Wounds are a measure of how much punishment a character can take before suffering debilitation. Francisco Oliveira, obrigado pelo se inscrever no canal do YouTube, meu querido. Tamo juntos. Suffering debilitating effects and ultimately death. Every character has a specific number of wounds. A character can often increase their wounds by spending experience points and improving their characters such as toughness or gaining new talents and abilities. Tá. The maximum amounts of character wounds depends on their toughness. For each bonus point of toughness, character
A
gains
new
10%
follower has
of
joined the
wounds.
kingdom.
Obrigado pelo follow. Vem do Uno Fire 2007. Seja bem-vindo aí, meu querido. Como é que você tá? Cara, isso aqui, pelo visto, já mostra que esse cara aqui, se você escolher Death World, você vai ter que trabalhar perdendo vida. Pelo que parece. Ah, não, eu finjo que nem existe a última trilogia, o Altair. Tá, Voidborn, ele dá Fortune. A Voidborn character can reroll any failed attack, dodge, parry, characteristic, or skill test with a 20% chance of success. This chance cannot be greater than the base success chance of the roll. Additionally, any enemy dodge or parry against a Voidborn character has a 20% chance to fail after a successful roll. Tá, interessante. Ele tem Bloody Mass. Anytime a Void character scores a critical hit, there's a 10% chance to double the damage. Nossa. Tá, basicamente, eu li em inglês e não expliquei, né? Toda vez que você falhar em qualquer rolamento de dado, de atacar, esquivar, defender, característica que é basicamente parâmetros básicos ou skill test, tem 20% de chance de poder rerolar o dado, tá? Além disso, qualquer inimigo que der dodge ou parry contra o meu personagem vai ter 20% de falhar depois que ele tiver tido um sucesso, entendeu? Então, tá, legal. Esse aqui, ele pode... Quando ele der crítico, ele pode dobrar o dano. Tem 10% de dobrar o dano. Contagious Luck. Using a non-damaging ability on an ally grants that ally the ability to reroll any failed attack, dodge, parry characteristic. É basicamente a mesma coisa. Só que, tipo, eu posso usar isso num aliado. Jinx. But a Voidborn character has more than 50% wounds, all chance of all creatures, including enemies, in a 3-cell radius are increased by 10. Quanto tem menos... Cara, acho que eu vou ficar com esse, sim. Imperial World eu posso melhorar uma skill. Acho que eu vou ficar com o Voidburn. Minha origem. Tar. Crime Lord é bom? Tô em dúvida se esse carinha aqui é bom ou não. Mas... Meu Deus do céu, tá, calma. Egito Weapons Go. Vou colocar aqui. Não gostei muito não, Altair. O universo de Warhammer é fudido demais. Mano, eu não manjo nada, velho. Você é fã? Percept. Fellowship. Um Fellowship alto é bom. E tem uma, pelo menos não tem uma string negativa. É bom também, né? Ah, você faz live? Ah, você viu? Ah, tá. O que você tinha feito? Os Space Marines são mais zoados ainda. Zoado em que sentido? Tipo, é ruim de entender? curiosidade, que 40 mil significa 40 mil anos no futuro. Ah, doado no sentido de ser triste, porque naturalmente seu destino é morrer pelo imperador. Caraca, são servidores, mas é o mesmo. Como assim servidores? Eu não manjo nada, tá ligado? Eu só posso ter uma nave? Sou obrigado a ter só ela? Vou colocar aqui as 12 crianças que são selecionadas para virar Space Marine, só um ou dois viram Marine. Vou colocar uns nomes aleatórios. Seekers of the Fallen. Vou colocar. São criminosos de ter seus imputados para terem sido. Bebês estão inclusos nisso. Fazer um jogo pior que Outlast, que é a Game Workshop. Caraca. Nossa. Vocês já jogaram, vocês conhecem então o universo. É o commerce meu que vai estar fodido aqui. Vou editar meu nome. Vai ser é minha primeira run, eu nunca joguei. Eu infelizmente não joguei Space Marines porque não me mandaram o jogo. Me mandaram o RogueTrader porque saiu a DLC nova e me mandaram a DLC também. Um segundo. Arquete. Caraca, você tá fabulosa. Acho que é isso, velho. São os drones desse universo? Isso é tipo uma igreja? Tá parecendo tipo uma igreja.
An excellent place for contemplation.
Lugar excelente para
One has the
contemplação.
best view of the cathedral
Uma
from
das
here.
melhores visões da
Mesmerizing,
catedral
wouldn't
daqui.
you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God.
Mesmerizing, eu não lembro o que é que significa, mas uma impecável manifestação do Deus Imperador. Ah, escolha de diálogo, beleza? Aqueles robôs, os Dreadnought, são sarcófagos dos Space Marines, cortaram os membros gravemente feridos. Nossa, caralho. Bizarro, velho. God Emperor. The guide, the ruler, and the higher power to which humanity offers their praise. Tem a enciclopédia? Tem. Caralho. Mano, o que isso daqui deve ter de lore? Eu não tenho de vida, tá ligado? Nossa. Tá. A gente se conhece?
Allow me to introduce myself.
Permita-me
Conrad Voigtfear,
introduzir-me.
Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship RogueTrader Theodora von Valencias, at your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Tá. Ah, hipnotizar. É que assim, eu aprendi inglês por conta própria, então tem palavras que eu não sei o que significa. Ainda não tive o prazer de conversar com você em pessoa. Tá. Meu nome é Slade.
My regards, Master. Or should I say, von Valencias, scion of a blessed rogue trader house in the service of the Imperium. Perhaps this kinship came as a shock to you. Understandably so, given that all evidence of the connection was lost in the generations separating you and Lord Captain
Eles
Theodora.
são parentes?
It required no
Essa
small efforts on
Theodora
the
e meu
part of her
personagem?
ladyship's servants to discover and verify this blood tie, which has now made you one of the heirs of this dynasty. So that you may fulfill your blood duty. Whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain, you have been requisitioned to serve the rogue trader, indeed blessed by the God Emperor. Your former position may have been different from conventional service as part of one of the institutions of the Imperium, but from now on, a different fate awaits you. One chosen for you by the Lord Captain. I advise you to come to terms with this reality as quickly as possible. To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informants
Ele é o
who
líder
serve the interests
da
of House
network
von
de espião.
Valencias. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities.
Ah,
and
caraca.
exploit those
Ele deve ser
of
foda.
others.
O cara deve ser foda. Tá, Lorde Capitão.
Such are the traditions of the Imperium. Lord Captain is the title that was established in the annals of the Lex Imperialis at the time when the first rogue traders entered the God Emperor's service. And
Os diálogos
therefore,
são
it is
dublados?
sacrosanct.
Ah, legal, esses negócios aqui dá pra eu ver.
I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back, especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention. Suffice it to say that her ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both
Obtuse eu não
qualities.
lembro o que é. Respeitoso e obtuse. Não lembro o que. É tipo presunçoso? Será que é isso? Annoying. Ah. Obtuse é annoying. Tipo, ser indelicado, ser. Ficar enchendo o saco. Ah, não sabia. Legal de você jogar jogo em inglês é que você aprende palavras novas, ainda mais RPG, né, velho? De boa, mano. Você disse que eu sou um dos Rogue Traders. Então tem outros candidatos?
There is,
Tem.
and you will meet him soon enough.
Ah. Você tem que lutar contra ele?
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Os objetos podem ser interagidos de maneira especial. Tá. Cara, pra onde que o mano foi?
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
One of the Von Valencius trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
What's happening? Run! The servitors have gone berserk! I am but a faithful herald of the righteous wrath.
Nossa, ele dá HK. I will not be deterred. I can't allow myself to do this.
To the heretics!
Menos um. Mano, eu queria entender o que é isso aqui, velho. Eu não entendi. Essa barrinha azul, velho. Uma barra de momento.
Actions will speak louder than words. And so shall it be done.
Caralho, eu errei de novo. Caralho!
For the glory of the Imperium!
Agora ele tomou só um.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan. I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Ó, tem loot pra pegar? Entendi por que eu não posso usar. Ah, é porque é ataque melee. Ou range.
A new follower has joined the kingdom.
Velho, Viking, obrigado pelo follow, meu querido. Bem-vindo, espero que você curta. Live. Como é que você tá? De qual grupo que você veio, meu mano? Do grupo do Warhammer mesmo? Não, acho que foi. Ah, tá. Justo. É que eu posto em um monte de grupo pra tentar trazer a galera. Seja bem-vindo, hein, meu mano. Você curte o jogo assim? Então, é que assim, a tradução ela tem. Os que eu vi não é tradução realmente feita e revisada, né? É tradução. É aquelas tradução que o cara só jogou no Google, né? Assim, algumas coisas vão ficar incoerentes e tal. Isso eu acho que afeta na sua experiência, né? Eu prefiro jogar em inglês. Você já tá jogando bastante? Não, comecei a ter uma hora.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
E o que você tá achando?
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Eu não manjo de nada da lore do Warhammer. Coloca esse cara.
Know your duty.
Legal que o personagem ele corre, né? Então,
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
tá ligado que ela é gigante mesmo.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad? While you are considering your answer, Edelthrad, I wish to speak with someone else. Perhaps I shall hear something more interesting than incoherent mumbling.
What is this? Is this someone from your retinue, Theodora? Do you permit your people to interrupt your conversations in such a fashion?
I give that permission to those with something of substance to say. Let us see if it was worth it. This is the second candidate for the title of my successor. Step forward. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crew sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, What would you do with this poisoned treasure?
Character skills will reflect their knowledge. Interessante.
Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence. Well, I find your company disagreeable, and yet I'm forced to endure such.
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
So,
Eu sei que eu vou matar
why
esse
are
cara
you
se
here? You have seeded the opening that was offered to you in a woeful display of meekness. Admittedly, this tendency is equally strong in all who toil in the Emperor's service. Immutable hierarchy, absolute obedience, lick-spittlery, compulsion to please. I value none of these things. From the moment my envoys came for you, the terms of your existence
Obrigado pelo
changed.
follow, meu querido. Seja bem-vindo aí pra falar aí.
My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most... It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon. Resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when... Oh yes, you would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You came aboard hours before the warp jump, and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
Acho que já acabou o seu mês. Eu acho, né? Sei.
His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly and, as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voigtvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it, naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edelthrad as my successor, I will
Ué, não
still
apareceu
require
que você deu
loyal
sub.
advisors.
Você tá com o ícone agora?
The skills and
Não foi nada.
knowledge you acquired in your former life.
Eu acabei de
agora-
acordar nessa merda! Por favor!
In the Coronis expanse.
Patata Neu se tornou
Tamo
membro
junto,
da
meu
Liga da
querido. Obrigado pelo
Entropia.
resub aí, mano. 2 meses já com nós. 2 meses. Nossa. E oficialmente acabamos de bater 3.000 inscritos no YouTube, viu, galera? Oficialmente batemos 3.000 no YouTube. Vou voltar aqui. E aí, Pedroca? Como é que você tá, meu querido? Boa! Pô, valeu, meu querido. Agradeço. Feliz que você curte a live, meu bom. Tô tirando print pelo celular porque acabamos de bater 3.000 inscritos. Depois eu vou postar. Gostei do estilo do jogo. O jogo ele é bem semelhante ao Baldur's, né? Só que ele usa sistema D100, né? Não é D20, é D100.
One could not in good faith describe your background as one of exemplary service to the Imperium. However, I am intrigued by you and your past. To have survived and prospered between the letters of the law is a rare achievement among those in our circle. You are skilled in the art of taking risks and cutting corners. Trust me when I say that you will have sufficient opportunity to apply this talent for the good of the house. Moreover, your remarkable mental abilities were noted in your profile. If you can find a way to exhibit them in the service of the von Valancius dynasty, well, so much the
Deviam
better.
rebutar o Warhammer, por quê?
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
Ah, sim.
Sometimes I forget that people without direct access to a ship's bridge may not know the first thing about how a void ship travels between the stars. Vessels such as this one are capable of leaving real space and traversing into the warp, an otherworldly dimension of cruel and unthinkable forces. By entering it under the protection of the Gellerfield, we shorten the route to our
A
destination,
história desse jogo é
crossing
fixa.
distances that would require
não sei
hundreds
ainda.
of years in a matter of weeks instead. Sometimes in days or even hours. That is how humanity spread across the galaxy. That is how we were able to build the Imperium, which spans millions of stars.
Ah, tá, a gente não pode saber.
Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is thousands of years old. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. The Rycad system, the domain of RogueTrader Winterscale, one of my peers. And rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Rycad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time. You can start by not asking questions of this sort. I have no need for sycophants. I will draw my conclusions when an opportunity to prove yourself arises. As for when you will be granted that opportunity, only the god. In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Ah, porra!
My soul is ablaze with righteous fury!
Nossa, minha iniciativa depois de 3, velho. Vai tomar no cu. Ficou rolando igual um merda, né? Ah, porra!
Reduced to dust. Follow my lead.
Algum motivo?
To the weak.
Errou.
Chaos guides me.
Errou. Usar cobertura. Aqui.
I am the chosen weapon that will crush the heathens. Rejoice in service.
Ah, errei. Merda.
I serve the ruinous powers. Death to non-believers.
Negócio. Eu gostei que o combate aqui é mais rápido.
Out of my way.
Nossa.
Brace yourself, Avalon. I took care of this one.
Tirar esse slow motion.
Stay vigilant. To the heretics.
Chaos guides me.
Reduced to dust.
I will not be deterred. Actions will speak. Let this be the warning to all who oppose us.
For now.
Esse aí já foi, morreu. Tá bom.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp.
From what we have seen, I can speculate that we are dealing with some variety of madness induced by warp travel. Such episodes are not uncommon among voidsmen who have found themselves outside the boundaries of real space, though such episodes seldom
Oh, the casters are not working, or have been sabotaged. Either the warp is toying with us, or someone went to great lengths to cut the ship's communications. I will need a direct channel to the engine seer Prime before I can get a sense of what we are up against. Whatever it may be, keep your weapons at the ready. I imagine it will be some time before we no longer need them.
Trust me, this is hardly surprising for a crew of thousands. The lower decks are a fertile environment for discontent and heresy, no matter how one tries to incinerate any seed before it can take root. All it takes is a hint of warp influence to cloud them.
Sporadic riots on the lower decks never reach these compartments. No, the tumults of the rabble are always contained within their own territory. This is too well organized. It is spreading too rapidly.
É algo muito organizado, está se espalhando muito rápido. Não é algo pequeno.
Possibly, quite likely. We will investigate at a later time. Right now, we need to isolate the affected compartments.
Eu acho que ele tem tanto quanto o Patatá. Tipo, Baldur's ele tem muito mais opções, eu acho, logo de cara.
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the arch-militant requires aid. And
Porque
be quick
assim,
about it.
Baldur's começa já te dando liberdade, certo? Só que assim que ele te dá a liberdade, você passa todo o prólogo ali e você cai e daí você começa. Aí você chega lá na cidade lá dos druida, onde os druida tá. Aí começou. Tá ligado? Aí começa muita falação lá, velho. É muita falação lá. Tipo, aqui pode ser que você sinta mais. Aqui pode ser que você sinta mais. Por causa disso, entendeu? Porque o jogo ele não te dá já gameplay. Ele te dá diálogo. Muito diálogo. Pera aí, galera. Só um segundo, eu já venho, tá? Vou no banheiro, rapidão. Pera aí, galera. Estou só fazendo um suco pra pegar. Eu já venho, tá? Isso aí, por favor. Agora sim, tô com meu suco. Voltar a gameplay. Ah, tá aí, só pra mim saber. E não ficar. É com nós. Para. Beleza. Temos uma cartinha do game. Será que ela vale muita coisa? Olha quanto que vale. 30 centavos. A live tá de boa aí, galera? Beleza. Information that is... Legal. Tá. Então eu literalmente tenho que ir pra
We
cá.
are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Eles subiram as duas pontes? Subiram. Então eu tenho que vir pra cá.
Blessed is Von Valencia's bloodline. We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Ah, pegou o carinha?
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Kunrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort, hold yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineering regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Lunatics, fools, heretics. This ship houses thousands upon thousands of people. Pernicious thoughts and warp-induced delusions could have tainted any one of them. It is a difficult notion to accept, but such risks are inescapable.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on transitional...
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-Militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychopath.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
We're in the warp. Considering the attack, there could be a disruption in the Geller field and the infiltration of malevolent forces onto the deck.
Enough! Master of Whispers, you must not allow my heir to turn into a mindless mutant and to perish under Enforcer fire. Do whatever it takes to bring Edelthrad back to me. Not everything in your power. You will do as I say. I'll have your heads if you fail. Is that clear? Then move out.
Okay. Você tá brava, minha filha? É completamente pistola, velho.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear. Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is...
Coisa no meu estômago. Ah. Caralho, ele é filho da puta. O cara traiu a... Beleza, tá.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warren Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Ah, you are back with us, I see. Delightful. How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel. Why? Because I am following an order. What is happening on this ship right now has been in the making for a very long time. All that remains is to obtain what my master sent me for. The warrant of trade. On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, fond Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that wretched? What do you know about wretchedness, Theodorus Kerr? Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind. Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Von Valencius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous... Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance? Genetic code identified. Child of House von Valencius. Do you require assistance? Request accepted. Initiate.
Porra! Tá caralho!
There is still another way.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Escort the child of the house to safety. Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the RogueTrader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by. Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations. Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating...
Voxmaster! Restore communication with the navigator's sanctum! I am trying to contact the bridge! If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces!
Communication protocols breached. Signal latent... middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Master! Whatever are you doing in the Warren Chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me! What is the meaning of this? Master, with all due respect, what nonsense are you saying? Conrad, a traitor?
Não foi lançado hoje, ele foi lançado em dezembro do ano passado e as plataformas dele, deixa eu ver aqui pra você. Ele tem pra PC, Play 4, Play 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S e X.
Saints' blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas,
eu recebi, é porque lançou a DLC, tá ligado? Eu recebi agora.
You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense.
Ah, agora eu tenho uma...
We are the spearhead of the Imperium. Let me help.
With you at my side, victory is within our grasp.
Tá, agora eu posso mexer então.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared. The lower decks are teeming with heretics, instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no... But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. You sent me a Vox message. Specifically, a Voxcast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing? Warren Sentinel? The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. And I did not see any. The Warren Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same? Lady Theodora's. Which one? The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well, and safely enjoy. I am no helmsman. Oh, God Emperor preserve me, Navigator. However, I've spent my entire life aboard void ships equipped with warp drives, and I know that portents such as these do not bode well. It could be that the Gellerfield has faltered. Perhaps the Navigator was struck down by warp corruption and is fighting. If we get thrown off course, we will be forever lost in the warp. Naturally, we would like... During warp transit, the Sanctum is closed to all who are not involved in traversing the Empyrean. And for good reason. For the Navigator to open their third eye and perceive the way, the Sanctum must be bathed in the energy... I concur that under ordinary circumstances, interrupting the Navigator's solitude would be equivalent to suicide. Right now, however, our sacrifice could prevent the demise of a rogue trader, a void ship of the Imperium, and all her crew, armaments, and equipment. The choice, absolutely.
To all loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange.
You will die of my next offering!
Run, fools, or fall!
The Masters demand your death!
Puta merda. Não deu tempo de colocar armadura, viado. Não deu tempo de colocar armadura, velho. É foda.
Death to the weak!
I've suffered worse.
The Emperor, your corrupt way has failed you. I won't suffer this.
Chaos guides me. Pain and duty go hand
Nossa, eu
in
tô
hand.
vendo já que eu vou tomar no meu cu.
I bring ruin.
2 parry. Se der dodge agora vai ser foda. Ai.
Here's a ring. Victory is imminent, like the aftermath of an orbital strike.
Nossa, toma.
Indeed.
Let this be the warning to all
Nossa,
who
mano.
oppose us.
Pô, melee quebrado. Caralho. Tentou se mexer, se fudeu. Ah, legal. Ah, tá. Cada um eu posso escolher um. Tá. Ah, tá. Warrior. Tem como personalizar a aparência? Ah, agora eu posso.
My faith is my shield.
What advice do you...
Heresy grows from idleness.
Oh, valeu. Gostando bastante.
Know your duty.
The navigator's sanctum is directly along the passageway. I pray to the God Emperor that we are not...
And so, he will enter the halls of the blinded guide and witness the radiance of the final dawn through the cracks and fall victim.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too...
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora...
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. And you are Fon Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs.
Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counter...
That's Edelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly!
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelstrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little...
Blast it! You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
What? You think Lady Theodora didn't ask me to peek into the darkness behind the backs of those she sees as her prospective heirs?
Ela invadiu já a nossa mente e olhou já quem que a gente é.
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called...
What? You don't mean the Engineer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each... Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off...
Tá.
Did I mention that my whispers tell me jokes? Jokes that once said aloud make your eyes bleed and blood curdle. Talk about black comedy.
Como é que você tá, meu querido?
Forge my destiny. May the blessings of the divine grant us the courage and strength.
Acho que assim tá legal, dá pra iniciar. Interessante isso. Bem demais, né? Espero que eu esteja bem. Tô bem hoje. Hoje tô bem. Pô, interessante isso aqui, velho.
I'm not so sure. No can do. Not the scryer's job. But of course.
Já era. Harry.
Out of my way.
Ele errou. E
And so another step towards our ultimate victory.
legal que eu posso trocar de arma sem eu precisar perder o turno. É bom, é bom. Dá pra ele atacar de assim? Não. Então...
I will do like you've one fewer target.
que será que dá isso aqui?
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Ah, ele me... Ai, ela pega em mim.
Was that you? Or...
Quantos rounds dura? Não sei quantos rounds dura.
I will not be deterred. Let this be the warning to all who oppose us.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. Well, the servants are dead. But the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Wounded. Exhausted.
Your time is short.
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final door.
Ah! It came from beyond!
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings.
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But
the ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms.
Vespider.
Ele ainda tá tentando, velho. O cara tá tentando muito forte proteger. Ah, esse daqui não dá pra ser. Double X 5-7. Ainda dá bleed. Vou machucar. Ele vai dar bleed ainda. Se acertar. Dar um bleedzinho é bom. Tá legal, a gente se recupera depois.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Segurança da formação, formei.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Agora eu preciso ir pro Officer's Deck. Mano, esse jogo tá bem interessante, cara. Acabou a bateria do meu. Agora sim.
Ship's as good as ours! It's all over for you!
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot these...
Shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my Emperor.
O mulher chegou como?
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to...
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you? The hour is dark and daunting. Ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know why.
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelstrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here...
Very well. We may leave it at that. But I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
Overseer of Middle Deck AL-84, my lord. We were rounding up everyone we could find in the attack compartments when we ran into an ambush. Just about massacre, my lord. And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw...
Through this door. I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the...
Good to hear it.
Ready. May terror's light... The Emperor sets my path.
Vamos ter aqui... Gostei. Vamos ver. Tá. Bora. Mais uns goods ali. Entendi direito o que é isso.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours. Let us walk this path.
Here we go again.
Your Emperor won't save you!
Doubt is for the weak. Strike is a prayer.
Delícia.
Guided by faith. I'll do it.
Crush the feeble!
Cleanses the body.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Mas que bosta, hein?
Death to the weak. Pain and duty go hand in hand.
The will of chaos. The glory of my masters.
Farewell. Anything else? Will do.
Someone else can do this. It will be done.
I will not.
Por que eu não posso? Ah, tá.
Rejoice in battle. As the Emperor commands.
Eu errei que tava na frente, acertei que tava atrás. Ih, surgiu mais.
I am your doom.
I cannot comply. The Emperor, your corrupt way has
Nossa,
failed.
toma.
Anything else? That is not my destiny. Will do. No can do. On it.
That's not the Seneschal's job. A tactically sound approach. I took care of this one.
Ai, eu fiz merda.
just a minor setback.
Escaquinha.
Faith without deeds is worthless. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. I'll do it. Eradicated.
Porra, muito massa isso, velho. Mano, tô fazendo merda, velho.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Mano, quebrado esse bagulho, velho.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Reduced to dust!
Toma 10 aí na boca.
Hey, what's that?
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars. I rise above hardships.
Que pato.
The Divine watches over us.
Predator gloves. Temos um Predator gloves aqui. Ok.
Know your duty.
I better myself through my service.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs. I have proven myself yet again.
Officer. Oh my. escapar assim. Feito. Falaram que é um botão perto do personagem. Que botão seria esse, velho? Ah, aqui, outfit. Ah. Uh. Legal, tem como eu trocar a aparência de todo mundo. Ah, peraí, todo mundo subiu de nível?
A sorceress apparition.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
I doubt you are aware of the limits of what is possible. For your worldview is but an iota of what a rogue trader knows. I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon.
Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out!
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
Master, can you hear me? Oh, you're alive.
Praise the Emperor. We passed through the flames. How can this be anything but a port?
Indeed he does. Oh, if I hadn't seen it myself.
There was no Theodora, witch. There was an illusion, a temptation, a foul taint that tried to lead us astray. But
is that right, Adepta Sanctimonious? What, we'll just pretend like we didn't see the Lord Captain standing there in the fire?
Whatever it was, it matters no longer. Your conduct is bordering on madness, or holiness. A path opened behind you, where one moment there was fire, the next only smoldering embers remain. But what am I saying? My eyes must have deceived me. Too much smoke for my lungs.
the wounds are merely a sign of a trial laudably passed. It is something to be proud of, the same as decorations or badges of honor.
Did my eyes deceive me? I could swear that I just witnessed you step out of a pillar of fire with the rest following in your wake. I did not expect you would make it here in time. After all, the mutiny caught the entire crew off guard, as they were scattered all over the ship. Noticed the signs of my blessing, have you? Yes, the warp is taking its toll. But I'm still... Pray, forgive my insistence. I shall not be the one to... I have gathered everyone who answered the Vox call and was able to hold a weapon. Yet I do not see the Lord
It was at this very elevator, Master Edelthrad. The Lord Captain, accompanied by the Archmilitant, headed to her chambers to retrieve an item of...
This is troubling, and the timing is inopportune. I am still receiving fragmentary reports from the bridge. Kunrad Voigtvir, a reasonable approach. Take your escort with you. You may be waylaid. Once you have found the Lord Captain, you must beg her to go to the bridge and lead the counterattack. The rogue trader's appearance is short. Until next we meet, may the Emperor bless your deeds.
No suffering will make me forget his sacrifice. Burn the heretic, kill the mutant, purge the unclean.
Should I divine our next step?
Attention to detail is the key to success.
I need to look closer.
Vejo lógica.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Your seneschal is always...
Did you want something?
Look no further. Careful now.
Join me in prayer. This is unacceptable. Let's proceed. Be strong. Greater trials lie ahead.
Even in the darkest moments, there is hope. The Divine watches over us.
Agora pro último lugar antes de ir pra ponte. O jogo aqui tá bacana, velho. Tem muito diálogo. Muito diálogo. Mas o combate dele funciona.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Eudora Feed Base? Ih, caralho.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs. I can't allow myself to do this.
Pô, isso é interessante, mano. Ótimo, tirei todos os status negativos do meu personagem. Tá boa.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls.
No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath.
No. Lord Captain. Who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere. It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here. And he would have protected Lady. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Arch-Militant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reef...
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, tainted witchcraft. Yes, the crucible of... No, wait! We must see if...
Idira. You can't bring her back.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that...
Know your duty.
Beware the ire of the witch.
Puxa lá. Tá bem aqui. Vale. Tá.
Victory is imminent. I took care of this one.
I won't suffer this. I cannot comply. I can't allow myself to do this. Your end is nigh. Rejoice in service. Your defiance is futile. This is beyond me.
Gostei desse ataque, velho.
And so
Gostei muito desse ataque, velho. Caralho.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. I'll do it.
Anything else? Was it you? Or... But of course.
Agora acabou. Ele se mexeu. Nossa, tomou 2. Ah, tinha que abrir mais.
It will be done. One fewer target. I will do my duty. Indeed.
I won't suffer this. May the Divine's will be done.
Acabou? Você abaixo de 35 Legend. Ah, tá. Beleza. Bom. Tchau. Esse para fraqueza custa 0 de AP. Putz, mas isso aqui. Power. Nine more damage. Só a gente faz junto. Não achei que a Theodore ia ser morta, velho. Não achei. Foi surpresa.
The duty prevails.
The first sacrifice opens the eye. The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
You are here. But where is the Lord Captain? God Emperor, preserve us. The rogue trader is dead. The ship has lost her Lord Captain. No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp is...
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
What's up? Sneakers. What does this mean? Sneakers, não entendi.
Words worthy of a righteous...
Save the lofty words for later, will you? The navigator's ready to take the ship out of the warp if he gets some help from the bridge.
Ah, tá. Nossa, achei que você era americano, pô.
Then we have no right to bow
De boa,
our
meu querido.
heads. We are out of time.
What?
Theodora is dead. No.
The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it. And you, see to...
Edelstrad, don't! Your ritual won't be finished, heretic! I am but a faithful herald of the righteous wrath.
Nossa, 128. Mandar ela pra cá e ela não recover.
Actions will speak louder than words. Let this be the warning to all who oppose us. Your corrupt way has failed you. And so it shall be done. I will not be deterred.
Tá, conseguimos colocar o efeito.
The Emperor commands.
High momentum.
At your beck and call. We'll rule the stars themselves. Victory is imminent. It will be done.
Qual que dá bleed? É esse. Então vamos lá tentar dar mais um bleed nele.
At your beck and call. I will do my duty.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Better crippled and
A gente tem que matar ele primeiro. O mais importante de matar é ele. Ai. Ai.
My faith shields me. God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. What is it? Faith without deeds is worthless. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Nice.
Power resides in the will of the righteous. Doubt is for the weak. Eradicated. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Mano, como é que eu não...
I refuse. Faith without deeds is worthless. I will not.
Eu não entendi como é que eu consegui fazer tanto.
Anything else? Will do. On it.
Acabou o turno.
Brace yourself, Abelard. You have been judged and found wanting.
Nossa. Ele recuperou vida, velho. Nossa, fudeu.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Se eu tentar cair fora, eu vou tomar.
I'd rather not. Someone else can do this. My place is at the fore. Indeed. Victory is imminent.
Why did I not foresee this?
Injury is not an excuse to shirk one's duty.
As the Emperor commands, I act. That is not the Emperor's will. This is unacceptable. The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! I will not! That is not the Emperor's will. I refuse.
Stop mocking me.
Mano, eu tô muito fodido, velho.
Was that you? Or...
It will be done. I will do my duty. Oh, my ears are ringing.
I'll do it. I will not. That is not the Emperor's will.
Can I fall back now?
Nossa, deu 21.
It will be done. Victory is imminent. I've suffered worse.
It's nothing. Doubt is for the weak. Guided by faith. This is unacceptable. I will not.
My prescience has failed me. But of course. Will do. Not the scryer's job. On it.
Just a minor setback. Indeed.
Mais um ele morre.
I feel cold.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Lost in our ranks. I will do my duty.
At your beck and call. Took care of this one.
O personagem foi o único que deitou, velho. Vou tomar no meu cu.
Let us walk this path to the end.
The air. Rival, Master Helmsman, systems status
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal, living and breathing. Oh, well, there's a tricky
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space.
Must have been Providence. It better have been the Emperor's, not someone else's. When they barged in here, the ones with the Master...
Tá, porra.
Mortal, who are you to oppose the very flows of fate? It matters not. Your footfalls are an echo of the sand pouring between the scales. Your hopes and faith are my mockery. Resisting the inevitable means only that realization and submission will bring greater torment.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the Weaver of Death.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven.
Seneschal, the Navigator's Sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable.
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory.
Seneschal, we could tell us now. Who it...
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision.
It is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the Warrant of Trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
E assim, acho que acabamos a primeira grande parte, assim, começo do jogo, né?
Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members.
Nossa, mano, morreu muita gente, velho, nessa.
Yet hope remained, for the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. To hang the ancestral banners once again, and exact vengeance on the enemies of House von Valancius and humanity.
Agora, basicamente, a gente vai atrás dos caras que fez isso, né? Ganha a conquista completa. Estamos no prólogo. Prólogo aí que durou... pelo menos o quê? 3 horinhas? 3 horinhas de prólogo? Agora eles não falam? Pô, aí deu uma decaída, né? Achei que todo mundo ia ter sempre dublagem e tal. Nossa, agora tem texto pra caralho pra ler, velho. Nossa. Tá. Tá, basicamente, resumindo, eles estão explicando quem morreu, o que ele fazia, e a gente tem que achar alguém pra substituir ele. Os respectivos. E basicamente isso vai ser provavelmente a nossa questline agora. Ser executado. Mano, quanto texto, cara. Ah, não quero saber mais. Mano, não acaba mais. Ah, velho, resume essa porra. Sério, tipo. Suado. É zoado. O tanto de diálogo começa a ter do nada, velho. Tem hora. Ah, nossa. Isso aqui eu vou deixar pra fazer depois, galera. Up. Porque tá... muita informação, muita leitura, muita coisa. Tá... tem que fazer. O jogo ele é legal, mas, mano... precisa de cabeça, ligado, pra jogar. Então... eu vou finalizar a live de hoje por aqui, beleza? Amanhã. Mas não, amanhã é sábado, então segunda-feira aí, beleza? Tamo junto. É nóis.